Welcome to Summer School, Part 1, Embracing the Struggle, a two-part series where we're talking about how do we become our best self, how do we live strategically and intentionally, even in a season marked for relaxation and rest. Typically in summer, we try to avoid anything that resembles work or school or stress. But is that healthy? Is that how we become our best self? Let's talk about it. Now, I am a huge advocate of rest and relaxation, especially as a middle school teacher. We need downtime in our lives. We need the reset button. We need some chill time at the beach. But so often during summer, we try to rid our lives so much of adversity that we miss opportunity to take strides moving forward, to take strides toward our best self and our best future. I've been guilty of this mentality as well. And one of the most dangerous things that we can tell ourselves sometimes is that, hey, it's okay, I've earned it. I put in my time this year in school and now it's just time to chill. Or I put in my time in work and these 2 weeks of vacation, I'm just gonna check out and relax. And although that is important, we still need to be intentional with our time, with our thoughts, and with our days. I came upon this realization the other day. Megan and myself were on a walk with our son Caleb and our new son Ruben, and we came across this huge puddle, which I avoided because I was wearing some nice shoes and I didn't want to get my shoes dirty. But 3-year-olds don't avoid puddles. Caleb ran straight into the puddle and proceeded to jump and run and lay down and swim like a sea turtle in this giant mud puddle. And although my instinct and my knee-jerk reaction was to tell him not to, I sat back and realized that so often in our lives during summer, we avoid the puddles of life. We avoid the difficulty or the adversity or the thing that might be a little bit dirty or might be a little bit painful because it's summer. I've got 2 ways that we can do this strategically. But we are late for the river, so we're gonna have to wrap this up and take it on the river. So let's go. All right, welcome to the river. Our first strategy for living our best life and becoming our best self, even in a season of rest and relaxation, is goal setting. Yes, if you look at the calendar, we are halfway through this calendar year, and I bet January 1, you had some goals, you had some resolutions. And so in the middle of trips to the beach or binges on Netflix or spending some time getting some rest, revisit those goals and check and see how have you done? How has your progress become? Because there's a big difference between relaxing and coasting through a season of life. And if we're gonna be vicious about our future and if we're gonna fight toward our future and our best self, we need to be constantly reassessing our own personal goals and where we're headed. And so even during this season, spend some time, take some intentional time. Maybe you didn't set goals January 1. Maybe you didn't watch our video that we came out about making 2019 the best year of your life, and maybe you should go back and check and click over here because I got a link coming up for you over here. But all that being said, maybe you haven't set some goals. Sit down and set some goals for yourself and for your life and for where you want to go. I heard somebody say one time that if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. And I've come to see that come true in my life. The more I set goals and the more that I'm intentional with the people around me and in my relationships, the more that actually comes true. Our second strategy during this season is to run toward the puddle. Just like the lesson I talked about with Caleb, we need to run toward the puddles in our life that we're trying to avoid. Maybe that's a conversation that you need to have with somebody. Maybe that's a phone call that you need to make. Maybe that's a job that you need to pursue or a song that you need to write. Maybe that's an exercise plan that you need to start. Whatever that puddle is in your life that you've been avoiding, that you have been tiptoeing around, that you have been pretending is not there, be intentional and make some strides to run toward it. Maybe splash around in it. Maybe just blast right through it like Caleb did and full on sea turtle that thing. Because that is the only way that we grow, is through adversity. And when we seek that out and when we run at it, we find success and we find realization in our own life. And And that's what we're all after. And so yes, in this season of relaxation, let's kick our feet up. Let's get a suntan. Let's spend some time on the river. But let's also be intentional toward ourselves and our future, toward our relationships and where we're headed. If you missed our last video, our first premiere ever, click on the link over here and click on that video. Also, we'd love to have you be a part of the conversation on Instagram. Follow us up here. We read all direct messages and respond within 3 or 4 weeks, but we will get back to you. So please do that. We love hearing from you guys. Come back for part 2 of summer school next month, and the first of every month. Make sure you're subscribed and you click that little bell notification so that you can find out when we come out with new videos. Thanks, love you guys. Have a great day. Guys, you're a goof. Do not drink it. You will get so sick.